Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is a windy day and I'm going to be planting some stuff out here because we have at least a week of good weather, and that will assure me that most of my plants I'm going to be planting today will have a start. So I prepared this tub for my carrots, that one in between the garlic. That one is going to be for carrots. This one I just put some extra soil in, but I don't have any perlite. I think that's how you say it. So I cannot plant in that one. And then these three on the end are ready. So what I did today was I bought some topsoil. Put one bag on top because a lot of the manure underneath a lot of it was manure underneath, and I needed some soil. It has been composting for a majority of the winter, but just in case. So I put like 3/4 the bag on the top of each one, and then I mixed in some potting mix because it was really dense, as you can see. It's also muddy, but it's also dense. So yeah. So I'm actually going to buy some perlite so I can finish preparing all the ones that need topped off still. But today we're going to plant lettuce and spinaches in these three, and then carrots in that one. I could have planted potatoes for sure today. That is the one thing that I'm positive that could have done well. But I did not purchase potatoes. And if I do, they still need time to cure. So we are going to take a risk. There's spring weather, and these plants can handle a little bit of cold weather. So it is not supposed to get below freezing. The closest it's going to get below freezing at night will be Wednesday. This video will be uploaded on probably the Wednesday before it's gonna get to 39 at night. But still, that is not below freezing, so I have trust that these plants will make it out alive. And if they don't, it's no biggie. So, lettuce and spinaches and carrots. I'll get back to you when I get the seeds. Okay, so I brought one comfrey out, and I am actually going to plant that in there. So I found some more potting soil and I put it in there. And I was just going to plant it because I have so many, and it is growing out of its bowl. I'll get it out. So here it is. And that is amazing. Okay, so I planted my comfrey and I put this thing around it so the really high winds won't damage it. This leaf is looking a little rough, but that is because it was outgrowing the pot. So we will see how it does outside. So right there we are going to plant these carrots, little finger carrots. So I just planted all of those in there, and we're going to see if they come up. They should. These seeds are from 2020. So you'll see how they do in there. So the first spinach seed I'm going to be planting is Olympia. And this was packed for 2020 as well. It's going to go in there. This one does pretty good in the cold as well as the sun. So I don't know if you can see, but I just planted the Olympia spinach. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And I planted it thick because you can thin it out and move it where it didn't come up. I planted a little down here. And now I'm just going to cover it. Those are the seeds. That should come up soon. Now I'm planting salad bowl greens. This is basically just leaf lettuce. gonna plant it in that middle one. Now that leaf lettuce was packaged for 2021. One thing is I couldn't record the seeds because it's so windy, and the seeds are so light. So I planted quite a bit in there, and then I'm about to put some more. Now I'm planting this lettuce, Paris Island romaine type. I've never ever planted a head of lettuce, so this is actually my first time. But I think I'm gonna like it better than the loose leaf. So let's see how this does together. So I think that you do fewer of these seeds, so I'm gonna do less. But I can always thin it out, so it'll go in that one, and then we'll be done for the day. And I'm using my cheaper seeds because it's so cold and it's not guaranteed they're gonna come up. But the spinach really does like the cold. Not so sure about lettuce. So I just planted a little broccoli out here. I put this thing for a wind block because I did not even, what is that called? I did not even prepare the broccoli for the outdoors. But I would do this anyway. So I watered this, and we're just gonna see if it's too cold to grow broccoli right now. So join the journey as we see if I made a major mistake or a major success. This is the next day since I planted the comfrey, and a little update, it is doing fine. Really good. It is thriving out here, obviously, because it didn't like being inside as much as it was. The roots were so well that it's gonna be fine. It is dry, but it's gonna rain a couple days this week, which will be terrific. So I'm not gonna water because I don't want to overwater things in containers. Broccoli is doing fine. So what I've done is today I bought a few bags of container compost soil, and I filled these 4 off. I also bought a bag of mushroom compost. This is what it looks like. I put it next to the broccoli where it wasn't so full, and I sprinkled a little on here. And then over here I put a few bags of topsoil, and then the garden soil for raised beds, and then I've sprinkled a lot of mushroom compost on top. So the mushroom compost is kind of an experiment, and I just want to add another thing to my soil to make it better. So I'm going to plant my peas and a few onions in here, and then I planted all these. Those are not candy. I don't know if they're candy, they're sweet yellow onions. So those are those. So the only thing that's not planted over here might be that one. And I'm not sure if I planted garlic in it because they haven't came up yet. Hopefully my garlic comes up. It's all still looking sad. Like they haven't brightened up and got green like these. But that is because these were in the store. So I'm going to plant some of these along here, and the rest will just go in odd places because I don't have an assigned spot. Or I might make one. So we're going to plant the peas today, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I'm staying behind the onion and pea bed. I decided to plant all of the purple onions over here with the peas. So this is the pea row. And I'm going to eventually put that fence up here so they can grow up. But I planted it a decent thick. I mean, it's a little thick. But that is good because I am doing like compacted gardening, not wasting any space. So that'll come up in a few days, and I'll get the trellis up soon. So let's just kind of look from it over here. So that's it. I think that's about all I'm going to plant today. So this will be the end of the video. And thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more planting.